What is going on, my future meta millionaires? It is your boy Terry Stonkers, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip. All right, guys. In today's video, I got something very special for you. We got to give a shout out to someone on the Facebook group. This is the first place that I've noticed it. I'm not sure if they're the ones that created this. I guess I'm going to say this put together piece. But it's pretty cool, and we're going to cover it in today's video. So I'm going to put the link down below to the new MetaMaterials Facebook group. The old one has got hacked by bears, so it's being ran by new admins that are trusted sources. So make sure you go follow in that group. I'm in there. We got Allie Trading Secrets in there. We got Smokey and Sterling in there as well, I believe. So all the MetaMaterial YouTubers are in there, guys. So like I said, check that link in the pinned comments down below. MetaMaterials had a great day today, up 5.7%. up about 18 cents. And we go look at MMTLP, it was up 2.76% today. So the market's on a little bit of this turnaround, but I think could be a little bit of a bull trap. If I'm being honest, I'm not getting my hopes up on these little bit of gains today. We're still down substantially huge compared to these months and months of bleeding. So 2 days of like, this little bit of gains is nothing compared to the months we've been bleeding. But what I'm focused on in today's video is just sticking to what we know, and we're going to touch base on the dividend and that interview that was done by George. Now, here it is. This interview was done. I'm going to find it here. All right, so here we go. Got to give a shout out here to the Facebook group. And right there it is. Javi Lore, she posted this on the MetaMaterials Facebook group. Like I said, pinned comment down below. Here's where she says, George's interview about the preferred share. This is better than listening to him. So here we got a little bit at the beginning part of this interview, actually. And down there, you can see Allie commented as well, guys. So pretty cool stuff. I commented right there. You can see where I said, this is awesome. Allie there said, funny, there's no mention of a spin-off or a spin-out out there. So I think George is kind of putting that out there. So thank you, Javi, for putting this out here for us to take a look at. Now, here's the interview. George Palacare's 5/13/21 excerpt from the investor interview. So the interview that we got here from on Twitter, actually, sorry, it's going to keep doing this to me. This interview here, I retweeted this back on October the 9th. MetaMaterials did post this back on, MetaMaterial News posted this back on June the 14th. It's that famous 2-minute interview, but we got a little bit more to that interview up here at the top. And he says, yeah, so I understand the challenge, let's say. Is it every document and communication filed officially or even press releases? That there will not be a dollar amount press release until we sell the assets according to the schedule of the assets need to be sold in about 6 months' time. As you know, when Torchlight decided to sell the business, let's say to change 180 degrees, their business model and find a company like us. They look at many different companies. They selected us. We selected them. And today, the price of oil from one 12-month period went from negative to being, well, let's say good momentum. So the more time goes over the next 6 months, I can tell you that Torchlight Management is speaking to the right potential buyers that are top tier. And frankly, no one can predict if this is going to be a $1 or a $20 dividend. That is very difficult because the buyers have their own different motivations and they'll think about the price differently depending on where we are in the market. You have seen that in the United States, the new President Biden has done with some additional restrictions in the oil and gas industry, and that makes an assets of Torchlight even more valuable. So if you announce the dividend today, you're shooting yourself in the foot, as George says. We love that. So what I'm going to do is actually play this interview, and right there where I said about shooting yourself in the foot, where George said that, is going to be right close to where this begins at, this famous 2-minute clip. So let's go back and follow this word for word.
Very exciting for the Torchlight shareholders tier, and frankly, nobody can the oil and gas industry, and that makes an asset or the assets that Torchlight has even more valuable. So if you announce a dividend today, you're shooting yourself in the foot, as they say. I believe that the dividend will be very exciting for the Torchlight shareholders, and my hope is that they'll take it and do whatever they want with it and maybe buy some additional MMAT stock on the future on the NASDAQ. That's my hope, and that's why we did not want to touch the dividend, because we on the Meta side could not even predict the price of oil 6 months ago, or where this Biden administration would create potentially additional reasons for the assets to be more valuable.
And for you,
to conclude, that it's a preferred share for a reason. It's not priced. And in order for the shorts to deliver this, they have to own the stock. They cannot borrow the stock. They cannot short the stock. They have to own the stock to participate in the dividends, and so does any other normal investor. And as a result, because of the potential is, if you look at the statistics, it could be $1 to more than $20 according to the analysis. It's difficult to predict where it's gonna end up.
Okay, so there you can see it covers about up here into the middle down to where it says where it's end up. But here we have another question where it says the interviewer question don't have translation, but brings up the $1 to $20. And George says, I cannot give that prediction. I'm not part of the management of Torchlight. Also, I'm not an expert in oil and gas assets. Then it may be better suited when I say 20 that it could also be a low number. Like honestly today, whatever it is valued at last year, it's more. That's the only thing I can tell you. Just based on the price of oil and what the Biden administration has done, other than that, everything else is speculative. So I don't mark if you don't want to add this. So this is pretty cool, honestly, guys, seeing this like laid out right here. So like I said, go to the Facebook group. Make sure you scroll down until you see this post by Javi Lore. She posted this just 6 hours ago. You can see there. You'll see me and Allie's comments on it. This is pretty exciting, guys. I'm not going to lie. Actually seeing this here and getting to see it a little bit word for word, because sometimes you hear it, but like I said, this was back 5/13 when this interview happened. But you hear here, I mean, look at, the price of oil has gone up substantially. And if you look at what the big banks is doing, Zip Trader last night did a video talking about what the big banks are predicting for next year. And also our girl Roller Pigeon has talked about those articles as well. With a lot of banks are predicting anywhere from $120 to $150 price per oil. So in my opinion, there's a strong possibility that they could be delaying this for a reason. Because if oil right now is $70, $80, but a lot of the big banks is predicting $120 to $150, if they just hold out a little bit longer, the dividend could even be better. So that is a possibility. Is that what they're doing? They want to see oil hit over $100. Maybe they got buyers lined up. Maybe they don't. It looks like they do. But with these predictions on oil, maybe they just want to make sure we get the best price for our dividend. Right now, with going on to Dr. Pepper theory, I'm thinking it's a strong possibility, guys, that with the dividend, I believe we're going to get a cash dividend. And I think there's a possibility that we're going to get a percentage in this oil co-holdings. So that is my prediction. Whether it's right or wrong, that will remain to be seen. But I would like that. I would like getting a cash dividend. Then I would like getting a percentage in the new company that they're going to create. And maybe that oil company will pay out dividends. That would be fantastic. Because I've always been thinking about here recently starting a dividends only account. So comment down below if anyone out there has a dividends only account. I'm thinking about starting that. I may start that for the new year. Maybe start lining up some dividends only. Maybe throw just a little bit of cash in there every month or something. Just small little dividends and just basically compound interest on certain stocks. Like I said, just throw maybe $50 to $100 a month in it, just something small, guys. That way I'm averaging in slowly as months go by. I don't want to keep buying in at the hype, and then if it drops my portfolio. So if I just throw like $100 a month in it, it'll just slowly build up, and I'm super excited about that. And I would love for if Oilco would be a dividend paying company in the future and get free shares in that from my MMTLP shares. So hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up, leave a comment down below. It helps out the algorithm, love, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.